You know what got me
pretty dope.
to help my fly the fight? Squatting.
Squatting? Like, what do you mean?
Heavy weights. Mm-hmm. I almost quit there, and I go, I can't. I have to tackle this problem.
Yeah, you got. It's all.
You have
it's
to
about,
squat for 3 minutes straight.
Yeah, man. You got to control your breathing, man.
And you have to control your breathing.
That's why I tell like when it comes to adrenaline, like I remember my first fight, first professional fight. It was in TJ, and they had us all in one room, man. We're all like, what the fuck? My opponent's over there. We're like, what's going on here, man? And then I had this. My friend Juan, his girlfriend, was like, how do you feel? How do you feel? Are you going to win? Are you going to do this? And I was just feeling waves of adrenaline. And it was like, I felt like I was just going to like fucking flip out, man. And then my instinct kicked in and I just started controlling my breathing. Like controlling, because if you don't control your heart rate, then your adrenaline will work against you. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of people like gas out when they fight in the UFC, because they let the adrenaline get to them, they blow their wad. You know, you've seen that 100 times in UFC. So like I remember I had to control my breathing. So it's all about your breathing, man. If you can control your breathing, then you can use your adrenaline to your advantage. You know what I mean? And then your instincts just kick in there.
It's so funny. Like I got jiu-jitsu, I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
I had to get my nose fixed.
Yeah, because your nose, yeah. So you got your nose fixed?
Got my nose fixed. I mean, not for vanity reasons. Not like I look.
Yeah, because you couldn't breathe, right? What, did they go in there and clean scar tissue out, or what?
Take everything out. That old cocaine rock.
And like one, like
those Mexicans
it was crystallized in your nostril.
Yeah, those Mexicans built a wall of cocaine in my nose. I couldn't fucking breathe. And then I got Dr. Belisa came on here. Mm-hmm. And she has a book called Breathe, and that really helped me. Yeah. Now she recently sent me Breathing for Athletes. I just have not had a chance to crack a fucking book in 6 weeks. I'm supposed to write a review for her, and I don't want to write a fake review. I want to read the book and get something out of it.
Yeah.
But I had to read, like, you know, her thing is you breathe naturally. Okay, it was funny. My daughter came in here the other day, and she punched that thing for 3 minutes straight. And when she finished, Dice goes, look at her. She's not even breathing heavy. My daughter goes to Muay Thai, and he don't stop for 45 minutes. You know, they have headgear. Her breathing is the way you should breathe.
You got to breathe.
Something happens when you're 14 or 15, like a traumatic experience, and your breathing deteriorates. And this is what it says in her book, Breathe. And this is why Bas Rutten invented that breathing machine. So I connected her and Bas together because they had something. That breathing piece, when I'm typing, I put it in my mouth, you know, and it helps with my asthma. You just put it in and breathe. As I'm typing for an hour, I'll fucking breathe with that thing. And I'll do different exercises. There's people who actually fucking do jiu-jitsu with that thing.
Yeah.
It really helps you because it closes the hole so you learn how to take more air in. Your lungs learn how to take more air.
Yeah, because people roll, man. And, you know, I have to remind people all the time. I was like, listen, man, you got to breathe. That's why you're gassing out. I can see you're holding your breath. Even like when I'm training with people with the kettlebells, you know, you got to make sure everybody's breathing. So there's different ways to, like, I mean, I've known about breathing since, like, my taekwondo and Hapkido master taught us how to breathe, you know. You got to breathe in through your nose, out, slow your heart rate down, all that shit, you know. So it's important.
Your mouth has to be circle. Your mouth, they want your mouth to be
I practice a very simple breathing technique. You just breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth slowly, really slow. And then, like, you could do it different ways. You can breathe in, like, for 5 seconds, breathe out for 5 seconds, and then you can start increasing it. The way you slow your heart rate down is through your breathing. It's very simple, and people have different techniques and stuff like that. But I've been doing that for forever, man, and it works for me. You know,
first month I did jiu-jitsu, I would have to run outside and take my gi top off.
Yeah, man, because
my pants
it's different. Yeah, absolutely.
You know who
because
lives
you get claustrophobic with that gi on.
Marco lives in anxiety. Marco, the purple belt. His anxiety is so bad when he gets on a plane, he passes out. He ever tell you that?
No.
And that's to the point where I pass out. So it was something that was passed on from me, from my mother to me, and now my daughter has it.
Oh, wow.
When she hurts herself and you pick her up, she loses consciousness. You got to shake her.
Oh, wow.
She just fell a couple of weeks ago at the park off the zip line, and fucking she hurt her back. I hit her pretty hard, and I had to pick her up and hold her. And I told her, just breathe out of your nose. And I still, the other day, had to talk to her about anxiety. I'm trying to talk to her because she's having a problem with it. It's something, like, I didn't know what it was. There was no anxiety when I was 12. There was no anxiety.
Yeah, people, People have anxiety for different reasons.
You didn't know what it was. It's just a feeling that. But I live in anxiety. What do you think happens to me 5 minutes before I go on stage?
Oh yeah, that's normal though, man. Because you're about to perform.
It's not normal. It's not normal what I get. You're supposed to have butterflies.
Butterflies, yeah.
And have a little bit of fear. Not the shit I get. I get the shit that's telling me to quit. Like, get in the car right now.
Oh yeah.
You did enough.
Yeah, you know what, man? I as many jiu-jitsu matches and professional MMA fights I have, even like if I'm going to compete in a jiu-jitsu tournament, on the way there, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm like, what do I do? And then
really?
You start talking to myself.
Okay,
I'm like, listen, man. I'm like, Joey, what are you thinking? You've had 100 jiu-jitsu matches. You know jiu-jitsu. What are you worried about? I'm like, have to keep telling myself. But it did get really bad towards the end of my MMA career, though, because I was getting my ass kicked, you know. And after a while, it was just the anxiety was getting to me to the point where I fucking looked like shit in the cage, and I just wouldn't fight. And I was just like, okay, I'm done. I had three losses in a row, but the anxiety with MMA got to the point where it was having a really negative effect on my fighting. You know, I wasn't like believing in myself. But jiu-jitsu it's a little bit different. I know I'm not gonna get punched in the fucking face and shit like that.
I'm gonna tell you what the secret is, Professor.
Tell me.
The secret is it's got to do a lot with breathing.
Absolutely.
But the secret is mindset.
Absolutely, man. You know, like
the secret is how you look at things. You know what? You know when I have a best set in my life? Two things. When I don't give a fuck and when I'm having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I love to come up with a joke on stage that insults you that much that I laugh. Once I do that, I'm not going to lose.
Yeah, for sure.
Know, the first 2 times I drove to Alvarado, I parked and I said, what am I crazy? I pulled away. It took a lot for me to walk into Alvarado.
Yeah, I can imagine.
When I walked into Alvarado, the fear was gone. For the first 3 months, it was like, I can't believe I'm going to do this. But I had to turn my mindset around. I had to look at it as I was going to, have fun. Jiu-jitsu is really fucking
like people,
fun.
But yeah.
When I'm on top of you, when I fart by mistake, how much do we laugh? And I'm like, now I got you, Professor. Yeah, get off me, you smell, and you laugh.
Because, you know, like what happens is you build it up too much.
Builds up.
You build it up too much.
That's what was happening.
You're like, what am I doing? I'm just fucking going here to learn and have fun.
Oh my God. As I was putting my gi on, I'm thinking I'm going to get a heart attack.
Yeah. People do all the time. Trust me, man. I saw like one girl one time, and you know the gym's packed, and she's like this in the gym holding her purse, and I had to come up to her. I was like, "Hey, you okay?" She's like, "I was like, hey, it's okay. We're gonna take care of you, man. Like, we're just gonna train." You know, you're like they get scared because it's intimidating. You're going into school with a bunch of fucking guys choking motherfuckers and shit like that. I get it, you know, but it's really up to the people at that gym to make you feel welcome.
You know how many times I've had a fucking show at 7:00. The car's going to pick me up at 7:15. I'm in a strange town. I'm in I don't know, pick a town. I'm in fucking Dallas. I have been on stage twice at the Comedy Store. I wrote all week to prepare my mind. Mm-hmm. The day of the show, I actually sat down and wrote something opposite jokes to get creativity. Mm-hmm. And then an hour before the show, I look at my material, I make some lasting things, then I smoke a joint, I go in the shower, and I sit for 30 minutes. And that's where I get the, you know, like you start going, oh, maybe I'll add that here. Oh, shit, I'll put this here. I bang one out. You fucking dry off. You get ready for the show. Right then and there is where the fear starts for me. Mm. So on the car ride to the gig, once I get to the theater, it's all pure fear.
Yeah.
I walk into the green room. Bro, when I walk into the green room, whether I got to walk 100 steps, 100 yards, or 2 yards, you got to hear my breathing when I walk into a theater. It feels like I'm about to have a heart attack.
Yeah, so that's when you need to really start controlling your breathing.
And right there is when I go.
You got to regulate it, yeah.
I start breathing, I sit, I drink water, and that's when I have to start doing what I, you know, when I write that shit during the day on Facebook, that's how I actually think.
Yeah.
Because if I let me think, I would think I'm a pussy. Uh-huh. I would say to myself, if my post would be, why get up, stay in bed, it's hot out there, nothing's going to happen. No, you got to think the opposite. Grab a knife, wash your balls. Somebody's going to suck your dick. Somebody's out there thirsty today. Somebody's out there dying to suck a dick, and you got tap on the menu. You know what I'm saying?
But you're right about the
mindset is everything.
One of the things I like what happened to me with the MMA is, you know, I'd come out and I'd see a big crowd of fucking people and I'd just be like, oh shit. And I would start fucking shitting my pants. You know, that's what started happening more towards the end of the career. And then I saw Conor McGregor was commentating. They were showing like a montage of his fights, and he was explaining what was going on. And then he was like, "You see right here," he was coming out, and everybody's booing him. He's like, "You see that shit? They're all fucking booing me." He goes, "I fucking love that because it's passion." And he goes, "I use that. I turn that into positive energy." And I was like, "Yes, man. That's what you got to fucking do, man. Because you know, that's what you're there to fight, man." And he turned a negative into a positive. And I honestly think that's one of his strongest traits is his mindset. His mindset. I mean, the guy's a fucking billionaire now. Look what he fucking has done. You know what I mean? So that's something that I really admire about people who fight in the UFC and are successful, man. You know how strong people don't look at what you have to go through mentally to fight like that. You're about to fight in fucking millions of people, man. It takes balls and it takes a lot of mental preparation, and that's where your coach comes in. Your coach, if you have a good coach, they should be preparing you mentally. Back then, there were no MMA schools, so we were like self-trained. And I had my students would be cornering me, you know, and they'd be just as scared as me. They'd be like, "Oh shit," you know. But the mindset is key.